Ladies and gentlemen, what's good YouTube? It's your boy K Flex and I'm back here with another video. Today is the Bills preview. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest game of the season. Well, it's the biggest game. Every game is the biggest game of the season because every game matters a little bit more because every game is another game to the playoffs. But I got a lot to talk about, a lot of different areas to talk about in this game, in this video. We're going to get into it like this though. Shout out to people who like this video before they even heard this sentence. Let me slow down when I talk. I want to talk so everybody understands me, okay? First and foremost, who would have ever thought you would see us right here? We would have the #1 passing attack, 28th rushing attack, but #1 passing attack. I don't know what numbers this is based off of, probably yards, but that's incredible. Look at the Bills though, fourth, just dominant all around. Now, I'm gonna start this video by saying this, but I see a lot of takes throughout the week, okay? Because I watch a lot of Miami sports music. Our morning show with Stephen D. I watch some. That's pretty much all. That's pretty much the only Dolphins content I watch at this point, because that's basically the only Dolphins content I watch is the Stephen D. Morning show. But that's where I get a lot of takes. But mainly Twitter is where I get also other. That's kind of how I gauge the temperature of the fan base. I look at that channel, and I look at what else I look at? Twitter. But so it seems like a lot of people are looking at this game to say this is kind of our check to see how good we are, and I just kind of don't agree with that. First and foremost, I will say that if we lose this game, I'm going to be incredibly disappointed, but this isn't like the end-all, be-all game that we're putting a weight on. And I think we appreciated that Ravens win, but understand the Ravens are like a top 10 team, right? Even if you look at some of the power rankings, they're still a top 10. The Ravens are a really good team to come back and beat in that manner. So for us to have done that, I think to me, we're good regardless of how this game goes. Nobody can tell me we're not good. I'm going to be absolutely upset if we lose, especially if we get blown out, okay? But nobody can't tell me we're not a talented team if we lose this game, or we're the quote-unquote same old Dolphins. This isn't a same old Dolphins scenario where if we lose this, we're the same old Dolphins. We only beat teams we're supposed to beat. We wasn't supposed to beat the Ravens. And we came back and we showed a lot of heart and fight. So, again, this game being immediately after, I feel like some people like look past the Ravens as like, oh, that's the game we were supposed to. No, we weren't. That's a really good team we beat right there. So understand that if we lose to this team, and I don't want to lose, and I'm not trying to justify a loss in this situation. I'm just saying, I just see people using this game as like, are we going to be the same old Dolphins, or did we take the next step? This game don't prove, like, we just came back on the Ravens. We already could take the next step even if we lose this game, but obviously it matters how and when, and we're at home, so we should win, and I think we will win. But I just want to get that out of the way because I feel like a lot of people are, don't forget, we beat the Ravens, and the Ravens are really good. Are they on the Bills level? No, but they are super good. So don't get too discouraged even if we lose. And I'm saying this before the game because I could just wait till after the game when I know the result and then say it. But I'm saying this before the game so just so y'all know I mean it. It's not going to be no shit if I say it after the game where it's like, oh, you're just saying that because y'all lost. No, the Ravens are super good. I'm not going to be super I'm going to be down on the team, but I'm not going to be like, oh, we suck, same old Dolphins if we lose this game, because they've already kind of showed me they're not the same old Dolphins in my opinion. But that's my opinion. Another thing I wanted to discuss, this idea that because of Micah Hyde is injured, and who else was injured? I think Jordan Poyer's not, or Micah Hyde, I don't believe Jordan Poyer is playing, but I'm not quite sure. Fact check me on that one. But Micah Hyde's not playing, Jordan Phillips is not playing, and somebody else is not playing. Tremaine Edmonds maybe he's not playing. Micah Hyde's are out for season, but there's this idea that, well, only in the Dolphins fan base, that like we're now like supposed to win. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still 4.5 point underdogs in Vegas. And by the way, we're at home. So we're underdogs at home about 4 points, right? The home team, if it's an even game, they usually get 3, but we're underdogs by 4 at home, right? So I don't know why people think like, oh, now that, Micah Hyde, oh, now we should definitely win. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to stay laser focused on the task. Nobody believes in us still. We are not favorites in here because Micah Hyde got injured. This doesn't automatically mean that we should win now because, no, we have to fight our ass off to win this game. Regardless, we're still not favorites, okay? I've seen a little bit of talk like that, like, oh my God, these injuries happen. Now the Bills are going to have excuses. Who gives a fuck if the Bills have excuses? Worry about winning the game. I don't give a fuck about an excuse. We got injuries with Byron Jones and everything. We have every team is going to have injuries. Injuries is barely an excuse now because every team is going to have them. And let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck who has injuries. I see people actually disappointed, like, oh my God, they're going to have injuries now. Bro, who cares? Just win. We're still not supposed to win. Just win. All right, now I got those two takes out of the way. Let's get to the actual video. Let's talk about our offense versus their defense. Our offense looked really good last week. We need to find some more on the run game. Our offensive line needs to block. We need to look how we looked in the second half for the entire game. And obviously, I don't think we're going to score like every single drive like we did in the second half, but at least you look decently that well. I find it hard to, like, nobody can guard Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and Mike Gesicki. And, like, you just can't guard them, right? We have an unstoppable offense. If our offensive line blocks, we're never ever getting, like, we're never ever not going to put up points, right? Which is incredible to say after these last few years with some of these terrible coaches we've had, some of these fake offensive gurus we've had, that I know our offense is going to put up points if we are allowed to put up points, right? Or if we get some blocking, right? And I do think we're going to get some blocking. The big concern to me is our defense versus their offense, because even when our defense was like the focal point, the strong suit of our team, they still could never stop this Bills team, right? And Josh Allen has pretty much had his way with us for the last few years. Absolutely dominates us on the ground, through the air. Just absolutely, he loves playing Miami. And I think he was at a golfing event this offseason where he said, check my numbers against Miami. They asked him, like, what's his favorite team to play or something like that. He loves playing against Miami because he absolutely fucking. The last time I remember us beating them was like he underthrew a pass on a run. But I don't even know how many years that was. But I do remember us beating them that game. But they usually beat the hell out of us. It was even one year we lost to Buffalo Bills when they didn't even have to win. And this is why I hate the Buffalo Bills so much. They didn't even have to win. They had to, like, their backup quarterback in after the second half. But we still got blown out by them. And it was for us to go to the playoffs. It hurt me so bad in my soul. This is what I try to tell you. We have to win. Like, I really want to win this game. However, the Buffalo Bills have had our number. Now, when you look at Josh Allen, we just can't really seem to stop him. And this is not looking like our strongest defensive team in recent years. So I'm wondering what we're going to do to stop him. Channing Tindall, or who we drafted, or Tyndall, who we drafted, he hasn't really made an impact, but he's a really fast linebacker. Maybe he could make an impact on Josh Allen as far as running the ball. But I think it's always important to stop Josh Allen from running the ball and getting out the pocket. But really, there's a more important thing, I think, and that's to get pressure on the quarterback. We haven't been able to get pressure all season, even though we've won 2 games straight. We haven't really got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. If you just let Josh Allen sit in the pocket, he's going to kill us, right? He's going to absolutely destroy us. And Xavier Howard, he could guard Diggs to an extent, but I mean, come on, bro. He can't, like, literally guard Diggs every single play. It'd be crazy to think Diggs is gonna get his at one point or another. So especially if they're on an island together, right? Diggs is too good. And also they just force feed him the ball, right? It's not like Diggs is gonna be underutilized ever. He cried in Minnesota, I think, for the ball. So they give him the ball every single can snap it. He wants it, right? So he's gonna get 30 targets, and it's gonna be impossible for Xavier Howard to stop him all game, especially if we're not getting any pass rush. So it's gonna be very hard. We're gonna have to keep up. We're not gonna be able to start slow because we're gonna have to be able to keep up with the scoring attack. The Bills are not gonna slow down. These guys will score 75 points if we allow them to, right? They don't slow down. So it's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be interesting, but the keys to it is gonna be, I think, our defense. Obviously, our offense has to continue to do what they do. Most of the time, like, I know the last Bills game, like, our defense was kind of stopping them into the fourth quarter, but I don't think our defense is as good as it was back then as it is now. From what I've seen, I don't know. Maybe it is because we kind of did stop the Patriots. We just, like, the Ravens are good, so we didn't stop them really, but the Ravens are really good. So I don't know. I hate to be too harsh on our defense, but we're missing Byron. Okay, Nick Needham is fine, but I don't know if he could guard, whoever he's going to have to guard this game. So it's going to be an interesting thing with our defense, okay? We got Javon Holland. We got some people. It's going to be interesting with our defense, right? But I think the main key is to keep Josh Allen in the pocket, right? That'll be important. All right, scratch that. Our defense, they have to play. Offensively, our offensive line has to block. We have too many weapons to, like, not score, all right? It's not a situation where I'm, like, looking at one player like, hey, this guy has to get open or this guy has to get open. Bro, we have too many weapons on offense. Like, they're going to get open. It's just about our offensive line blocking for these routes to develop. The play calling, which has been fantastic so far, got to continue to be fantastic. And I think we'll be fine. Listen, man, get in the comment section. Let me do the last thing, all right? Where's the keys to victory right here? Are you guys nervous? Are you guys not nervous? Like, comment, subscribe. What's up, 11K? I'm out.